Bless, bless, bless. It's the Down to Earth podcast with your host, Sean Myrie. Yup, this is an episode based on, once again, Toronto. We're going to call this the Keep, right? Six Solid, the Toronto Downfall Part 2. Bless up to all of you. Now, the reason it's called that because this is one of the biggest blog pages in Toronto, the Six. Blog page to me is a cut and paste site. Take information from all different parts of the information highway, the internet, and put it into your platform, blog, whatever, right? So ever since we or me myself been involved in this whole podcast or content making about 4 going 5 years ago. You want to get close to the scene to see what's going on in the landscape, what's the influence right now, what's really going on. And we know that the internet is the place, right? You got Instagram, you got Twitter, you got TikTok, all these socials. But especially Instagram's very big. So you got a platform called KEEP6iXSOLID that's supposed to represent the urban culture in Toronto, hip hop. Hip hop, right? And we got others like a We Love Hip Hop, a popular podcast platform with a host named Friday Ricky Dread. And then we got these other pages, but these are the most popular ones, right? Much respect to We Love Hip Hop Network. But on this KEEP6iXSOLID platform, for years, all I've witnessed is more negativity than positivity. Not everything has to be positive, but every crime, what happens, or murder in the city or something negative in the city, right? And is connected with hip hop. They connect it with hip hop because a lot of the individuals claim they're doing hip hop or they're part of the culture. All you hear about is them being locked up, people getting killed, people making music to like op music, right? Disrespecting each other. Nobody reaching to a certain level besides Drake and OVO and Pressa and certain people. They're in these platforms too. So I could bet at the beginning of these platforms it was more innocent. Artists like Pressa, like I've mentioned, and others, they were posted on this platform, and that's what made this platform big. We know there's Six Buzz too. Six Buzz used to be reporting more about Toronto, but they're more corporate now. So I'm guessing a lot of people are trying to be like a Six Buzz. I call it cut and paste platforms. Everybody does it too. Even we do it, but not as much as like taking every post is somebody else's is coming from somebody else's platform or another source, right? So whatever, everybody does that. But now we're talking about Toronto hip hop culture, and what a lot of people are looking at it, looking at the whole culture as through these platforms. And are these platforms really representing? Are they doing a good job to make people respect us? Because all I see a lot of the times, the artists who are promoted are supposed to be the biggest, they're associated with crime, something negative. When did hip hop have to be associated majority of the time with being a criminal? I don't know. It seems like that's the Toronto culture right now for hip hop, or they're trying to put hip hop with whatever they're doing. That's what it seems like, right? I don't see no one even celebrating the 50 years of hip hop what passed on that platform. They do report news, but a lot of the times it's fake news. I'm talking about KEEP6iXSOLID. A lot of the times it is fake news. I've seen it many times. Many times I called out this platform. They even messaged me one time. I don't know if I have that screenshot somewhere and trying to diss me. So I'm aware of whatever rebuttal people want to say. But recently on Friday's platform, We Love Hip Hop, he was live and he was mentioning about a lot of the artists right now who are doing live shows. They are lip syncing, and he doesn't want to go to any of those shows because he considers it trash. So I understand and I understand what he's saying, because he's talking about, for example, when he was an artist, how he was performing and how you should perform without lip syncing. And that's, I understand what he's saying, right? But this whole lip syncing has become the norm. So much the norm that a lot of the artists he interviews on his same platform do this. A lot of people do this, and a lot of the artists he had on his platform do this, and even industry artists do this. So are they trash? I guess by the standards what he says, they will be they are trash too, because they're lip syncing, right? They're lip syncing. That's not hip hop. So let's go back to KEEP6iXSOLID. They have something called the Toronto, or the Solid 16s, or KEEP6iXSOLID. They have something like a series, right? The Keep Solid 16s or the Solid 16s. So they put it up there like it's freestyle or off the top of their head, like this is actually a cipher or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. And when you see these artists on the track, right, in the video, it's not off the top of their head. They're not doing it live. It's lip syncing, the same thing that the brother Friday mentioned. They are lip syncing on the Solid 16s. Yeah, that's what it's called. The Solid 16s, they are lip syncing. So those artists are trash too. And they're from Toronto. These are the artists that people hold up in high regards as the best of the rest. And the only reason people give them any spotlight because of the street credibility they have. That's my opinion. The street credibility is the only reason they're getting any spotlight. It's not bars, it's not skills, it's not that they're hip hop. It's that they're just trending. They could be viral. Right now, you can't count on one hand, how much Toronto artists have a hit song out there right now. And we're not talking about Drake. We're not talking about Tory Lanez. We're talking about in the scene right now. We can't count on your hand 5 artists that have a song popping in Toronto. So what's going on? Have these blogs really helped the scene? If people want a rebuttal, have these blogs pushed artists to actually really get attention, to get signed in America? What are they doing? Really? Right? What are they doing? Doesn't make no sense. All they do is talk about ops, politics. No one is going on to a different level from these platforms because they claim they're helping these artists. They spotlight them all the time. We don't spotlight them, so you can't say that about us. We're a podcast. Yeah, we do talk about the news. We do a little cut and paste, but you and certain people are held high regard for the culture. 90% of the times, they're not even talking about no hip hop on Keep6iXSOLid. It's not no hip hop. And that's supposed to be a hip hop platform, or is it a hip hop platform? Correct me if I'm wrong. Because most of the time it's just talking about bullshit. Right? Yo, these guys are into all types of politics, so much that they got in their own politics that their own page got taken down for a while because of legal issues. People getting incarcerated because of things what they do on their platform. People getting hurt because of the negative energy that's on their platform. People are getting records of the police watching because what's on your platform. And then I'm surprised that you go back on these platforms knowing that you're being watched. It don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. Because once they got you for something like tampering with evidence, and it was online, the internet, anything you do on the internet, they're gonna be watching you, and they're probably still watching you right now. And anybody who's on that platform, they're watching too. So I don't know if people are not smart in this day and age, or what has happened over the years to not think that you're not being watched, especially after being accused and putting things online and them coming for you. I don't know. But this is what the Toronto hip hop community wants to represent for them? Really? I don't think so. I'm hoping not. Right? Respect to Friday, like I said, respect to We Love Hip Hop. They do their thing. But I'm talking about everybody trying to copy the Six Bus, then they transformed into something else. I guess it's a void to know the streets. That's what I heard Friday mention. It's a void. They need Keep6 is for the streets. What, the street news? To what? Report all the negative shit? What? Promote beef? Pay attention to it? Real hip hop journalism was not on that. Go look up the source, even Excel. They concentrated on the artists, the culture, the fashion, even some politics. But you never hear, or I mean, when you read these magazines, right? They would give you info about the culture, real hip hop or urban media journalism. Now it's just this cut and paste shit. So all these rappers you see going on there, like I see Mula going on there. I seen other people, but for example, Mula, who's been around for a good long time, you would think that he would be bigger than what he is right now. But you see him doing, like, they're just promoting him like a clown. Wendy's and all these outbreaks. I mean, how he goes on, like, I know it's the social media age content making, but can't take him serious. They're making him look like a clown, or he's making himself look like a clown. And look which platform he's on. Keep6iXSOLid. Right? They're pushing that shit. And maybe he wants that, because he feels that's making him viral. But I don't see no music like, like hitting so much that it's making noise in America or over the world. He's making videos, yeah, a whole bunch of videos, a lot of music, but that's it. Maybe you got to change it up. And he's on Keep6iXSOLid. Let's see if Keep6iXSOLid could help promote Mola to get signed in America, or even if he doesn't want to be signed. The point is making some noise to make some money outside of Canada, musically. That's what we're talking about, right? Example. Yeah, I'm hearing academics is cool with Keep Six. In this whole battle with Drake, did Keep Six help? Did Keep Six help? They should have been able to help a big platform like that. I know they probably cheerlead for Drake, but that didn't help. And academics links with them or whatever recognizes them. None of these platforms is help. Listen, on top of it, he doesn't even respect Toronto media because you don't even see him go on any of these platforms, really. You'll see him go on an American, maybe, platform with an unknown before he goes on with somebody who's from Toronto, who's known. Not even his own brethren, probably T-Rex, you see an interview. Nobody. If he was to do that, that would help build up the infrastructure. If he went on We Love Hip Hop, that will build up the infrastructure. If he'd been on anybody else's platform from Toronto, really, that probably would have even helped him get more respect in America. But he doesn't do that. Now he's going to Texas, right? Okay. So, this is probably like part one. How is KEEP6iXSOLID, a platform like that, a blog like that, really helping all of you don't have to help all of Toronto, but helping the hip hop community in a positive way? How is KEEP6iXSOLID helping the Toronto hip hop community in a positive way? I'm your host, Sean Myrie of the Down to Earth podcast. Please subscribe.